Hey everyone, Blaze here, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a tag video, as you've probably already seen in the title. I was tagged by the Western Otaku, who was also tagged by the Charles's Anime World. Descriptions for both, no, links to both in the description. The Western Otaku has dragged me out of my winter slumber. I've been building up a winter coat in my in my absence, in my cave, but he's decided that spring's come early and I need to make a video, and I'm glad he did because I've been wanting to make one anyway, so this is a good excuse to make one. So yeah, show me tag. This is 5 questions all about showing things from your collection, your favourite things in certain aspects or whatever. So the first question is, what are your top 5 favourite completed Blu-ray anime box sets? I have my laptop down here with a notepad with the questions. So yeah, what are your top 5 completed Blu-ray anime box sets? Okay, we're going to start off. I actually have 7, even though it's 5. The question asks for 5, I have 7. The reason is the 2 of them were double dips, so I have like 2 versions for one show, because I'm crazy, and I wanted to show both. I couldn't really pick between them, like they're all amazing sets, that's why I double dipped. So anyway, the first one I'm going to show though is something that, if you're wondering why I didn't make a lot of videos last year, there was a couple of reasons, motivation being one, but also just lack of like anime pickups in general, because I probably picked up the least amount of anime I ever have last year after the initial flurry in the early year. For the rest of the year I was spent a lot of time saving up for things. One of those said things was The Legend of the Galactic Heroes Blu-ray box set from Sentai Filmworks. This thing is a crazy set, absolutely insane. It's also crazy expensive, as you're all aware, I'm sure. I basically spent a lot of time saving up for this box set, and it hampered my anime pickups for quite a while. But it's a pretty nice set. Unfortunately, mine is slightly damaged, as were most people's, due to the stupid shipping they did with this thing, and I hate the magnet. There we go. So you got the some boring stuff here, and then you got the 4 box sets that cover all of everything, basically everything Legend of the Galactic Heroes, other than obviously the most recent series that Funimation are putting out, the retelling remake thing or something. This is the whole thing on Blu-ray, unfortunately upscaled of course, because Japan are crazy, and the people who have the license for Legend of the Galactic Heroes in Japan are just crazy. They're just crazy. They charge a fortune for it, they treat it like it's the crown jewels, and they don't even treat the actual source material in a respectful manner. They kind of remind me in many ways of like the insane, not entirely, but like the insane mindset of companies like freaking Harmony Gold or something, where it's like, we treat this thing like it's absolutely the most amazing crown jewel, and yet we actually in turn treat it like garbage at the same time, in the opinion of many fans. I feel like Legend of the Galactic Heroes is sort of the same. But yeah, that's definitely one of my favourite box sets, just because I was able to get it. I'm fortunate to get it. I just had to have it. I wanted it from the second they announced it, and then because it's this amazing show that everyone's gone absolutely crazy about. I'm currently halfway through it, and honestly I'm not that crazy about it, which is one of the downsides to it. I'm only 48 episodes into the original 110. It just hasn't really grabbed me in the way I expected it to. But either way, like, I'm still glad to have it. It is one of the classics, and this is my obviously one opportunity to get it. I honestly do not see any other version ever coming out, because this thing has already taken like 20 years. Laptops come back on. 20 years to come out. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that forever because we've got so much stuff to get through. This video is going to be way longer than anybody else's because I can talk for ages about this stuff. Okay, so next we're going to talk about Ranma. This is my next favourite Blu-ray anime box sets. The Viz Media releases of Ranma. Got box 1. It's obviously the classic Rumiko Takahashi series, beautifully transferred into HD from the film prints. Like, they did amazing stuff with all the Takahashi shows, or at least the classic ones, in Japan on Blu-ray. At the moment, the only one we've got is Ranma. I would love, obviously, to get Maison Koku, and I would also love to get Urusei Yatsura as well, and probably Inuyasha. Obviously, the problem with Inuyasha is that only some of the show was done using traditional cell painted style, and then obviously at some point it went to digital, so that would be, I don't know, like Japan, the second there's like any digital stuff in a classic animated show or something of any kind, they tend to immediately just put it out as an upscale. It's just the most lazy route. But yeah, that's all 7 box sets for the TV series of Ranma. The original, I don't know what they called them, like special editions, I think. And they all come with like art books and stuff, and beautiful. This is one I haven't actually showed yet. But yeah, obviously I did pick up the OVAs and movies collection last year, I think it was, or maybe the year before. There are literally pickups I picked up in 2017 that I haven't shown you. It's insane. Just really fallen by the wayside when it comes to YouTube stuff over the last year or so. But yeah, just an absolutely beautiful collection of stuff, and I really need to get around to watching it. I have not done so yet. I watched the first 2 episodes of Ranma back in, I don't know, many years ago on some DVDs that I owned. And I don't know, for some reason I never committed myself to it right there and then. And I'm kind of glad I didn't actually, because then now I can watch it for the first time in beautiful HD. I just need to get around to it. It's a really long show. I've been watching long shows more often than not recently for the first time in a long time. Just always watching longer stuff. And yeah, Ranma, I would love to watch this year, but I'm not going to put myself on the spot for it. Okay, so next up is the first of the double dips. So we'll show off the American release first. That's kind of the reason I've double dipped. There's an American release and a UK release. So yeah, I've showed these before, at least these ones before. So yeah, Escaflowne, the limited or collector's edition from Funimation. This isn't the Kickstarter release, so it has just the normal Blu-ray cases, but everything else is the same. Just doesn't have the clear cases. I could get clear cases for it, and I would like to, because it's got nice inside artwork on these. But yeah, just a really classic series. Plus they're also eco cases, which would be nice to replace them for that reason too. But yeah, just a really nice set of an absolutely classic shoujo fantasy mecha person in a strange world romance. Just one of the absolute classic 90s anime series, and just beautiful artwork across this entire release. Yeah, just amazing stuff. I actually have this show on DVD as well. You're about to see a second Blu-ray release of it in a minute, but I also have this show still on DVD, just because I like the DVD set as well. You won't be seeing it in this video though, but yeah, you've seen it before in my collection video. Just a small art book at the end. Just a really nice set. I really like it. Classic series I'd love to rewatch this year, since I'm committed myself to watching 90s anime for the most part this year, so it'd be nice to put in a few rewatches as well, and this is one I'd really like to rewatch, because I have yet to watch it with the Blu-ray. I watched the movie on Blu-ray because I'd never seen that before, but the TV series I've yet to return to on Blu-ray. I've seen bits of it because I tried out the disc and watched a couple of episodes just to reminisce, but I wasn't committed to rewatching the whole thing. But yeah, I plan to eventually. This is the Japanese Blu-ray box design, which is one of the reasons why I love the Funimation version. But then Anime Limited here in the UK decided to do their edition as well on Blu-ray, their Ultimate Edition. This thing is insane, so it's absolutely massive. So this is the Anime Limited one of Escaflowne. This actually costs half the price of the Funimation one, but like I said, it's a bit dusty because it's been on the top shelf. But yeah, this thing is also insane. Similar design, like similar artwork, obviously, like art assets, but a much bigger book. Got this giant book, and then this is like a filler case that has all of the goodies inside. So I've also got the backing sheet still, for those curious. Okay, so here's the book, which is hardcover, which the Funimation one was as well, but obviously wasn't as big as this one. This one's just full of stuff, so much stuff. I won't show you all of it, but it's pretty great. And then we have this weird like filler casing. I know some people have problems with theirs, but mine seems to be fine. I've taken pretty good care of it. So yeah, we have the Escaflowne movie in its own chipboard case, and it comes in like a digipack on the inside. And we got the movie on Blu-ray and DVD. But this is a combo pack. The other one's not a combo pack. I'm pretty sure. Blu-ray and DVD. Yeah, Blu-ray and DVD. Which means I own the show twice on DVD as well, technically. Well, not technically. No technically about it. I do. And then we got the TV series and so we got literally an art box within an art box. It's insane. Like, this is like the same size as the Funimation one. It's mad. But unlike the Funimation one, we'll show that first, I guess, because it's different. The soundtracks. Escaflowne has one of the best anime soundtracks, and yeah, it's included in this set, which is insane. So it's actually nice to show this again, because the last time I showed it, I did a video and it was pretty much pitch dark by the time I was done filming. So this is the first time I've really got to show it properly. So then we've got the TV series, which is actually only on Blu-ray, so I guess I do only own the TV series on DVD once actually, but 2 times on Blu-ray, and the movie on DVD and Blu-ray, but whatever. Yeah, just an absolutely beautiful set. Crazy set as well. To slowly put this all back together, of just one of the best series ever. I absolutely love this show. Whenever I get around to re-watching it, I'm going to be honest, I will be... How the hell does this go back together normally? Like that, I guess. Okay. Whenever I get around to re-watching this series, I will be re-watching it with the old dub. Like, it's cool, I guess, that Funimation did the other dub and it's got the director's cut stuff, which I guess I would actually like to watch. It's difficult. I just love the old dub too much to not want to experience that on Blu-ray first, maybe. Anyway, so that's Escaflowne. That's only number 3. We're 12 minutes in. The Western Otaku pretty much already finished his video, and so did Charles's Anime World as well. I do apologise. This video will be long. I will talk forever. It's just what I do. Okay. So the next one is Full Metal Alchemist. Now these are 2 things that are probably like the pride of my collection, and I've never showed either of them off for some reason at all. Like, well, they're in the art box video. That's the only time I think I've ever actually showed them, and I need a drink. That's the only time I've ever shown them. But yeah, I do have 2 Blu-ray collector's editions for my favourite ever anime, one of the most important ever anime to me, the 2003 Full Metal Alchemist series. So we got the Funimation collector's edition, which comes in this suitcase styled set that is obviously based on Edward Elric's suitcase in the show. And it opens up like this, and on the inside we have the backing sheet. We've got the backing sheet, and then we've got these like I can't remember the freaking names of stuff. No, it's gone. I hate it. I have a terrible case of always forgetting things right when I don't want to forget them, or whatever, like the words for it. And then we've got the giant Funimation hardcover art book, which we'll just have a quick flip through because it's really cool. This one's really different. Both of them come, like the other one I'm going to show you also comes with an art book, which is technically the other one's better, the Anime Limited one. Because the Anime Limited one, well, you'll see it in a minute, it's like a coffee table book or whatever they call it. But this one's really cool as well. But this one is literally just pure art. Oh no, maybe not. We've got this bit at the beginning. But then... I didn't really show that, did I? We got the bit at the beginning with like some background, some character information, and like some, what are they called? Gengar sketches? I can't remember what they're called. They're not Gengar, are they? I can't remember. But then there's like just all the pure digital artwork, promo materials and stuff that came in all the art books and magazines back in the day, I'm sure, in Japan. Just lots and lots of really awesome artwork. Havoc! So yeah, it's a really nice art book. I kind of still want to get some of the art books from Japan for Fullmetal Alchemist, but kind of don't need to. I have more than enough already, technically. And then finally, this isn't normally in here. I've just put it in here for the video. I normally have. Actually, it's not finally. I forgot. There's also this. If I can get it out. This thing just looks kind of cool. I can't remember what's in here. Oh, more art cards, of course. Ah, crap. So we got a ton more art cards, as you can see. I'm gonna have to put this back together off camera. Yeah, and then we got the Fullmetal Alchemist Blu-ray set, which, as I said, is normally in on the shelf, but I put it in the box set for this video. I normally have this on the shelf for easier access. The only thing I don't like about this set, as beautiful as it is that, like, come on. Make it red or something, just put something there, like the logo, anything, just to make it look slightly more interesting. So you can almost consider these unboxings, I guess, because I haven't done any for them, and now I kind of have, so... Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be showing you is super cool. It's also super heavy and super fragile, so I have to be careful with it. This is the Anime Limited version of the 2003 Fullmetal Alchemist on a series on Blu-ray, their collector's edition. It's insane, absolutely insane to slowly pick this up, because it weighs a ton, because it's made out of resin. Here it is. Oh Jesus, this is the resin Gate of Truth collector's edition, or Gate of Alchemy, I can't remember what it's called, something like that. It's from the show. It's split into two pieces, as you can see down the middle, and inside is where the Blu-ray cases are. It's the most impractical thing you've ever seen in your life, but it's very cool. Oh god, I guess actually I kind of need to show actually pulling the Blu-ray cases out, so I just have to be really careful. So, right, as you can see, if I pull it away, there's magnets, and then on the inside is the Blu-ray cases. So let me put this down carefully. I guess now I'm only holding half of it. I'll get some more of the detail on this thing. Let's pull these out for a second. It's kind of symmetrical, so you kind of get the idea. But yeah, it's just truly insane. There is some colour to it as well. As you can see, there's like red down there. It's not completely just, I don't know, monochrome or whatever. But yeah, as I said, on the inside you get these chipboard cases, which are basically the same as the Japanese designs, Blu-ray boxes designs, like the sketch artwork. And on the inside there is more art cards. I don't like art cards. They always just seem like the most cheap extra you can include, but I didn't mind with this set because obviously the rest of it's amazing, so it's not the end of the world. So that's that one, and then some more art cards, and then we got the second set, or the first one, I can't remember, the second one. Yeah, and that's the complete 2003 original series, or at least the TV series. They didn't do a release of the movie because someone else has the movie in the UK, like MVM or something. So, but I do have the movie in like on Blu-ray and in like the DVD collector's edition, which is cool. I'm gonna take a little break here and put everything back together. Okay, so I actually had one more thing to show you with the Fullmetal Alchemist set. As I mentioned, there is an art book for the Anime Limited Fullmetal Alchemist set as well, and this thing is humongous. This is the one that came with this that set. It doesn't even fit in the set, obviously, it just came with it. This is the Fullmetal Alchemist Ultimate Edition art book, and yeah, we got like the look of the certificate thing fell out. Got a really nice image there of Ed. This is my I got number 6. I think they did, can't remember how many they did, like 200 or something, 1,000? Probably 1,000 actually, I don't really remember. But yeah, I got number 6. I ordered it pretty much straight away, so yeah, and this thing is like just, it's really hard to show obviously, but this thing is insane. I'll try my best. You can kind of see it, but it just goes on and on. It's just like stupidly thorough, and there's like tons of really awesome stuff in this book. It's what I kind of like about the fact I have both of these is they're kind of really different. Like, they don't share much artwork at all. Like, this one has a ton of stuff that isn't in the Funimation one, and obviously vice versa as a result. But yeah, just crazy amount of stuff in this thing. It's like I say, a coffee table book size or whatever. This is when we sort of get some of the crossover of a lot of digital work. But again, I'm pretty sure some of this isn't in the Funimation one. But yeah, it's just really freaking crazy. Yeah, so amazing set. But still, the reason we still have one more to go for the Blu-ray stuff, believe it or not. We're almost God knows how long into this video, but yeah. Last, but definitely not least, this is actually my favourite Blu-ray anime box set in my whole collection. You've seen all the rest, they're really cool, but this one is definitely my favourite. It just looks absolutely sublime. I imported this from Japan because it has English dub and sub, and there is no Blu-ray release of this in America or anywhere else, I don't think. I've shown this before, but this is, I think I even did an unboxing. This is the Razafon Blu-ray box, which is just the most gorgeous Blu-ray box just set in existence. I adore this thing. Like, this is what Japan get for almost all of their sets, pretty much. These just these absolutely beautiful sets, and so they should, because they overcharge by an absolute, crazy amount. Obviously, we've got like a small art book. I'd love to get a couple of like the proper art books for Razafon at some point. And then we've got this beautiful digipack. Just again, just insane, beautiful artwork on it. That, as you can see. And then on the inside we just got the disc and like a digipack book. So it's all the discs for the show. The show is an upscale, but the movie's actually in HD. I think that's the movie. And then we got like an extras disc which has like some of the OVAs and PS2 like animated stuff they did for the game. None of that's subtitled or anything, but the as I said, the TV series and the movie are both dub and sub. So if you want to import this, you can. It will work on American Blu-ray players. I don't know about UK ones. I don't know if it's region free or not. I've not tried, but yeah, this is import friendly for America in every way. So yeah, beautiful box sets. I don't think it's in print anymore, but I still think you can get it for a reasonable price. Still gonna be way more than any local American release would be, but yeah. It's a beautiful set and it's highly worth it. Okay, I kind of regret doing this now because we're on to question 4, which is what are your 2 favourite DVD, not Blu-ray, anime box sets? Now, when Charles is the anime, I can't remember I've forgotten his name now. Charles is Anime World, wrote it down, did his. I wonder if he only did 2 DVD sets because he just doesn't have that many DVDs. There are a lot of people who are into anime that only got into anime like over the last 10 years or so and mainly collect Blu-ray and don't really go back to too many older releases. I don't know. I decided to pick 5 DVD box sets like the Blu-ray, but given how long this video is, I'm kind of regretting it. The longer I talk, the more I regret it, I guess. So we'll go through these a bit quicker, hopefully. Oh, holy crap. Oh dear. Yeah, so DVD, top 5. First up, we've got the Format Alchemist tins for the DVD sets. Yes, I still have these. These were my original Format Alchemist releases. These were the art boxes, I guess Obviously they're tins that housed all 13 volumes of the original release of Full Metal Alchemist on DVD from Funimation. Just really, really nice sets, which I'm not doing the best of job showing, I've just realised, because I didn't do this. There's the red one, the white one, and the black one. Yeah, just really, really, really nice sets. I absolutely adore them. I would never get rid of them. Too much nostalgia, too much love for that show, and those really awesome sets. So, yeah, I've shown you all of my Full Metal Alchemist editions in this video. So that's those. We'll move a little bit quicker, as I said. What's next? What have we got next? Trinity Blood. This is another one that I've shown before in a similar tag video to this, as what was my favourite set in my collection. Although obviously I've kind of moved to Razafon as that being the answer. I talked about in that video, oh, I should really watch this, and I think when I did the art box video I said, oh, I need to really watch this show before the end of the year because it's getting ridiculous. Still not watched it. It's just an ongoing saga of adoring this set and not watching it, but yes. Trinity Blood on a DVD in this ridiculous art box. So it's made out of wood, and it has like these brass, as you can kind of see. They're probably not brass, they just look like brass. I don't really know what to call them, so yeah, those things. And then on the inside we have these overly deluxe. And so that set's made out of wood, if I didn't mention that. It's ridiculously heavy. And on the inside we have the volumes, which are also deluxe, come with a nice slip cover, and then they have like a digipack fold out thing with like a booklet and some stupid art, like playing card things. Maybe this goes even further, doesn't it? Maybe, no, it doesn't. Yeah, so just really, really, really crazy set of a show that I've heard not the greatest things about. I need to watch it, obviously. As I always say whenever I talk about Trinity Blood, I need to freaking watch it. Okay, so that's that. And next up is basically the holy grail of my collection. The complete 8 box sets on DVD from Maison de Koku from Viz Media. Obviously some of these are all long out of print, and some of these are ridiculously expensive. I'm fortunate enough to have them all. This is one of the first things I ever really saved up for, and I really did save up for it, and it took like a good couple of months. I had been watching, this was like back in 2010, 2011, I've been watching on eBay auctions for this show on DVD, and they just were really high up there. It was like one of the, obviously, the more expensive sets, but I'd noticed that they'd started to dwindle down and there just wasn't as many of them available anymore, so I decided I absolutely had to start saving up and get this show, because it's one of my favourite ever shows. I'd watched it online somewhere, absolutely loved it, and just had to own it. Had to. It's just one of the most classic shows ever. I adore this show. It just makes me so happy. I just love all the characters in it and the story. Just a shonen romance, and it's just really, really fun. So we've got box 7, which is pretty rare in itself, but then we've also, of course, got the king of expensive box sets. We got box 8 of Maison de Koku on DVD. I will keep these probably forever, but I would adore the opportunity to buy a Blu-ray, especially if they look like the Viz Media Ranma releases. Viz Media, can you please put this show out on Blu-ray? Maybe in like, not 8 box sets like they are here, but maybe 4. Although 8, I would buy 8, but I don't know if that would work out for them like it did for like Ranma, because obviously Ranma is way longer and is only 6 box sets. I don't know. I'd buy like 4 or 5 Blu-ray box. I'd buy it regardless. It's pointless even debating otherwise. Okay, so that's Maison de Koku. Next we've got Berserk, the Box of War, which is just another great set. I own this show on Blu-ray, but I just couldn't get rid of this set because I love it so much. I did an unboxing for this one, but we'll take a quick look on the inside. It's just got a really nice design, because yeah, it just is. So we got the inside there, some nice collage of artwork. All 6 volumes come in like these red cases, and it all looks really, really cool. And they've all got like They've all got like really nice artwork on them. Just quickly. Yeah, and as I said, on the inside we've got like this collage of artwork, which is really cool. And then the logo is embossed, which I don't know if you can really kind of see it there. And wherever the logo appears, it's embossed, and the rest of it's all gloss on matte finish sort of thing. So yeah, I'm surrounded by anime box sets. Okay, the final DVD, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the final DVD box set is the Hibernate Renmei Japanese art box. This was a re-release from Genion. They originally put it out in 4 volumes in this really plain art box, which I do still own. And then they also did a re-release of all 4 volumes with the Japanese art box. And I believe they also sold the art box literally on its own, if you wanted to replace the kind of boring original. And I did, and at some point I was able to buy the art box on its own. But yeah. At least I think. I'm pretty sure I don't have duplicate volumes of any of Hibernate Renmei, but maybe I do. I do recall having more than one. They all came with like pencil boards, and I do have duplicates of those, so maybe I did at some point. I don't remember. Anyway, just a really beautiful design for the art box of a really fantastic show. Obviously, a classic 2003 or something series. Yeah, really cool. Okay. We're going to rush through this a little bit quicker, I guess. So next up, question 3, I guess. What are your 3 favourite anime-based video games that you own? Okay, this one was a little bit harder than I thought it would be. Let's just go through it, I guess. So first up, we got Naruto: Rise of the Ninja, or a Ninja, yeah, Rise of a Ninja on the Xbox 360. I still remember the day I bought this. I traded in a copy of like Forza Motorsport 2 for the Xbox 360, and I bought this. This was just as I got into anime, like within like the first year of me getting into anime. I'd not seen Naruto before playing this. Fortunately, I think I ended up playing this and obviously loving it, absolutely loving it. This is a fantastic game, and then I think at some point, this like goes through like the first 80 episodes of the show or something. It even has like part of the anime in it as like little, I can't remember, like little story elements that you get to see the anime. But yeah, by the time I actually got around to watching Naruto proper, it just didn't really spoil anything for me in the end. I kind of just didn't really remember, I guess. I can't really remember that even, but yeah, this is just a wonderful game. If you want a Naruto game, I feel like this is the best one. I know most people like the Ultimate Ninja Storm games, but those are basically just fighting games. I don't remember, I think like some of the ones on like the PS2 and GameCube might have had like some sort of like platformy elements and adventure elements, but yeah, this is mainly a cross between both of those types. It's a platformer, it's an adventure game, and it's also a fighter. And it's really fun. Just a really fun game. The Leaf Village looks amazing in this, and it's just got all the music, and it's got really nice art style. I love this game. Ubisoft did a fantastic job with it. I also have the second one, but I never got around to finishing that one. I think I got stuck somewhere and just kind of lost interest. And then we got One Piece Unlimited World Red. Now, this is the One Piece game I've decided to pick. I like the Pirate Warriors games quite a lot as well, but this one I ended up fully completing. I did all of it, like 100% of it. So yeah, I did I did everything. Literally everything. This game is basically kind of like a dungeon crawler RPG in a way, where you have like this town, like your hub world, like a town, and you have to like basically build up the town by going out into the world through these like different levels and different locales, and doing these missions and getting ingredients and stuff to like upgrade the shops in the town. Like you sell back to the shop and they end up upgrading, then you can buy new stuff and you go back out into the mission to do the whole cycle again. It's just really cool. It's got an original story written by Oda. It's not an amazing story, but it's kind of there, I guess. And yeah, it plays like a kind of like an action RPG, when you're out in the world, but the kind of structure of it is kind of a bit more like a dungeon crawler in a way. So yeah, I really like this game. I'd love to play the one on the Wii. There's one on the Wii that's just like this. I've been contemplating getting the one on the PS4, which is basically just the same game, but you can play it on PS4 and it has all the DLC, which I didn't have any of the DLC. But the DLC was just extra missions and like bikini costumes. It was like pointless. But I'd kind of still want to get it on the PS4, but at the same time, I put in like 100 hours into this, and I'm just not ready to really to dive back in. But I love this game. It's fantastic. In the final one, I just want an opportunity to talk about this. It's not really anime, kinda like it's a JRPG. It's obviously got anime styling to it. It's basically my favorite JRPG because I just love the battle system, even though the story kind of ends badly. The ending's rubbish, but the rest of it is so good, and I adore the battle system for this. And that is Eternal Sonata on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. I'd love to get this on the PS4 just so I could have it on the main system I have now, because I've been wanting to play through this again for a while. It's just such a fantastic game. Yeah, it's kind of like weird. It's like got I think he's Polish or maybe Czech. I can't remember. It's got Chopin, the composer, on his deathbed, and when he's dreaming, he ends up dreaming of this like fantasy world, and that's where the RPG takes place, kind of in his mind. And it's just got a really awesome story. Well, I just said the story's bad, didn't I? The story's fun as you go through it. Like the characters are great, the artwork is beautiful, the music's obviously amazing. But yeah, the story right at the end is garbage. Like the ending, I have no idea. It makes no sense to the story at all. It's kind of like the ending is like this giant environmental message for some reason. It makes no sense. But yeah, the rest of the ride is really good, and the battle system is amazing. So it's basically, like I say, JRPG, like action RPG, kind of more like the Tales of series, and it's made by a studio that works on a lot of the Tales of series, normally doing the music and stuff. And this is the only time they've ever made like their own game or their own JRPG anyway. And yeah, so when you're out in the field or in a battle scenario, you basically have these dark spots and light spots, and when you stand in the light, you have like 5 seconds to do your action, and when you stand in the light, you do a certain move, and when you stand in the dark, you do a certain move, and the same goes for the monsters. It's just a really fun action system that I got totally addicted to. Like, it's all like I said, it's all time based. You have like 5 seconds or something. You have to like really strategize where you're going to go, and like can I get around behind that person so I stand in the dark so I'm more effective against that monster. You know, can I get to that monster in that 5 seconds before they get into the dark and become more powerful? It's really cool. I love this game, and I highly recommend it if you're willing to go back and play something a bit older nowadays. It's amazing. Okay, so that's that stuff. What are the last 2 manga you purchased? This is a bit easier, obviously, for me. I don't really collect manga. I've tried. I really have tried. The problem mainly being is that they take up too much space. Western Otaku talked about this. If you want to collect, like for example, like I wouldn't mind getting the hardcover format or Alchemist editions on that Viz have been doing, or the Berserk ones that they're doing now as well from Dark Horse, and like these beautiful hardcover editions. But then Format Alchemist was 27 volumes of manga. Like, there's not going to be 27 hardcovers. I think they're like omnibuses, so like 3-in-1s or something. But that's still like 9 volumes of this giant book on your shelf. It takes up like half a shelf or something, or even more. And it's like the same for pretty much all manga, and it becomes really just too difficult to find the space for it. I mean, I do have the space if I got more shelves, but right now I don't have them. So maybe if I end up getting more shelves, I'd be more inclined to collect some more manga. But honestly, I've been getting into comics recently, like American comics, trade paperbacks. I've actually been reading those, which with manga I find I don't tend to actually read manga very often at all. But with the comics, it's been a consistent thing where I've actually been reading them. So, but anyway, I have bought some manga, so that's what we were supposed to talk about. I've been collecting the Captain Harlock Dimensional Voyage, isn't it? Yeah, Dimensional Voyage volumes. I have all 6 that are out, I think. There's going to be 8 in total, I believe. So there's like 2 more to get, but I don't think it's volume 7's out yet. It might be. I don't remember. But yeah. I don't know, obviously the last one I picked up was volume 6, but there's all of them. And then the other thing I picked up last year is volume 1 of Captain Harlock Classics, which was being done by 7 Seas. I need to get the other 2. I don't know if the other 2 are out yet. Probably the second one. I don't know if the third one is, but yeah. I need to get the other ones as well eventually. Really awesome to have Leiji Matsumoto manga out in English after all this time. It's really cool. So that's the manga. Okay, and finally then, finally, what are your top 3 favourite Blu-ray anime movies? This list I have here is actually different to what I ended up picking up. I decided to pick this one Studio Ghibli movie. The other one that I won't be showing you is My Neighbor Totoro, which is what I wrote on the list. But to make variety a little bit, I've decided to hold that one back and put it back on the shelf and show you something else. But anyway, the other Studio Ghibli movie, my favourite anime movie without a doubt, is Princess Mononoke. Just Hayao Miyazaki's masterpiece. Just incredible fantasy animation from the mid-90s. If you somehow haven't seen this yet, I'd highly recommend you do so. I adore this film. A couple of years ago I watched this 3 times in one day when I was feeling extra down. This movie is just something that cheers me up. It's just so good. So I ended up watching it 3 times in a single day, which is the most I've ever done for any movie. Okay, the next one is Yoshiaki Kawajiri's masterpiece, the 2000s Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, the motion picture. Yeah, this is a discotheque Blu-ray release of this absolutely gorgeous movie. The animation is just stunning. I love all the voice acting in this. I just love the voice actor for D. I don't remember his name, but he just sounds so cool. I love the atmosphere of this entire film, and I love the story of this film. It's just like, it plays out this gothic vampire epic, basically. It's an astonishing film, like one of the absolute greatest anime films ever made, without a doubt. It's just immense. Yeah, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. Kind of see D in the background there on the slipcover, and then we got the original cover underneath. So yeah, really cool. And last but certainly not least, as I like to say, we have my complete Pat Labor collection, which is something I would have liked to have put in my Blu-ray completed box sets at the beginning, because I just love the way this looks on the shelf. It's amazing. But the thing we're going to be talking about is Pat Labor, the movie, the first one. I adore this film. I think this is the guy Moriyoshi. I did remember. I actually remember before I looked at the cover. I genuinely did. You won't believe me, but I did. Even though it says his name on the cover. Yeah, but yeah, Moriyoshi's. This is my favourite film of his. I like this more than Ghost in the Shell. So, yeah, we got Pat Labor, the movie. Just a really fun movie. I love these characters, and it's really nice seeing them on like the big screen in terms of animation. The soundtrack's really good, and the story is just this really interesting thriller. I like this one way more than the second movie. The second movie is cool, but it's super complicated. There's like way more going on. This one is much more simple and obviously way easier to follow. It's just a really fun mystery thriller with big giant robots and all your favourite freaking Pat Labor characters, and yeah, it's got great music and it's just beautifully animated. I love it. And that, if you've actually managed to get to the end, is it. That's the show me tag, and I've shown you a ton of stuff and I've talked freaking forever, again, as always. The last thing I need to do is tag 3 other people to also do this video, and I'm sure they'll probably, all 3 of them combined will do a video. All of their videos will be shorter than this one combined, probably. So yeah, I'm going to tag Dynamic Dylan, obviously, Bizarre Individual, and I'm also going to tag that anime guy, the unboxing extraordinaire. If you like anime unboxings, he's your man. So yeah, I'm going to pick those three for this. So yeah, I'm in Blaze. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this won't be the last video I do for freaking months and months. But it'll certainly be the last video for today because my voice is dead. So yeah, I'm in Blaze. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Ciao.